working on Come When Called with Ollie. It was super windy this day on Tuesday, so there was lots of distractions and things to get him occupied. I'm tossing treats just to get him distracted and unfocused from me. I'm saying his name and the word come once, and I'm immediately adding movement, so I'm running away. I click the second he starts to follow, and the treats he gets when he gets in my space. I pet him, give him multiple treats. I want to keep him in my space for 5 to 10 seconds so he doesn't learn to come to me and then immediately run away. It also teaches him to stay close to you, which incorporates the come when called as well. As you can see with this too, obviously he doesn't know my backyard very well, so I have him on a long lead just to be safe. But towards the end, he really didn't need it. He was staying very close to me, and his come when called got really strong. So here in a second, I call Ollie to me, but he doesn't come to me right away. I think he was still focused on some treats that I dropped. But I'm going to show you what to do in those moments. So I called him, he didn't come right away. So I go about halfway the distance between where I was and where he is. Say his name, give him some kind of hint. I usually snap or clap my hand or hit my legs and kind of slap that way as well. And then I'm jogging back to where I initially called him. That's where he gets the treats, and that's where I mark in that situation because that's where I initially called him. When teaching your dog come when called, you want it to be as fun as possible. You want to be more exuberant than anything else that's going on around you, more obnoxious to get him to really come to you. So that's why we're adding movement. I'm making sure everything is really fun. My vocal is fun and high pitched. It's not stern or strict. We don't want him to have any kind of fear to come to you. So we want it to be fun and positive so that he has a blast doing it and it incorporates that reward of coming to you as fun. He's definitely starting to catch on to this very well. So the second he sees that I am moving, he's already starting to target me and come to me, which is perfect. That's what we want. We want them to be aware of where we are and what we're doing at all times so that their focus stays on us even though there's things that are going on that are distracting. It just increases the bond that you have with them, and then it makes your recall and come when called a little stronger. Since he's doing so well with this and he's not coming to me and trying to like walk away or get distracted, he's staying in my space pretty well. So now I'm going to start incorporating that when he comes to me, he should either sit or lie down. So when he comes to me, I mark still when he starts to come to me, but then when he gets to me, instead of giving him the treats right away, I'm pulling them up to my chest so that trying to signal him to sit without asking for it. So I'm not using the hand signal and I'm not saying sit during that. I want it to become a natural thing he does. So I'm just kind of waiting him out until he does it and then mark and reward him for it. Then he gets the pets and everything as well. So it becomes the whole sequence of come and called. As you say their name, you add a little bit of movement, they come to you, and then they sit. going to do with him next is with me. So with me and come when called are taught very similarly. However, the difference is with me, I continue to walk and he is supposed to stay in my space and follow. Come when called is I'm in a stationary position and he comes to me. You can do with me right after you do come when called, but I'm going to show you how I do that. So what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to call him to me, then I'm going to mark and reward him for the come when called, then we're going to start walking a little further. So I'm going to click and mark every step he stays next to me, kind of like we did with walking on leash, but this will be for off-leash purposes and on leash. So he's dragging a long lead. I'm not going to hold it. He's staying pretty close to me, so I don't think he needs it. And I see right now he's in a duration stay, so I'm doing other things, explaining through the video, but he's staying in place and staying calm and patient. So I'm working on him with that, and I'm going to start showing you the with me. So one of the things you're going to notice with me, when I'm done with him being next to me, I'm going to say okay, or give a release so he can go be a dog. Good boy. So I'm going to show you how I train it. Let's go, Ollie. So in this, what I'm doing, I'm calling him to me, marking and rewarding him for staying in my space, then I start walking. Every step I take, I'm clicking and giving him a treat for staying within my space. I'm changing direction often, just so he's really trying to test and see if he's really following me, and he definitely is. He's very close, he's very staying in my space. This is kind of the first step you start to teach for an off-leash heel. So it's just another way to incorporate that staying near me is better than wandering off. I did quite a few steps with that, so now I'm going to release him from it. Okay. Good. Good boy. And then let him get a little distracted and show you how to get back. So the treats on the floor are just a distraction. Ollie, with me. Okay. Good. He's doing this too with a lot of distractions over there. You probably can't see him. But in the house behind my yard, there's a guy outside playing with his dog. So there's distractions going on that he's learning this, which will make it a stronger command in the long run. Ollie, come. Ollie! Yay! Good job! Good job, bud.